and why you should be why you should be using WatchList's webinar. My name is Annie. I head community here at eToro. And with, as I'm sure you're aware, with all the new markets and features that we're adding to the platform, I thought now would be the best time to actually take the opportunity to walk you through what I think is probably one of the most useful resources available, and that is the watch list. Now, in this webinar, we'll kind of look at what the watch lists can really do for you, how they work, how many you can have, and of course, how to actually find the people and the markets that you want to monitor through these watch lists. So before I actually create some, it's just worth noting that you can actually have up to 10 watch lists, 10 different watch lists, something that you can weave through here. And on each one, you have a capacity of either 50 people, markets, or a combination of both. So I will kind of start out by going straight to the markets first, mostly because this is going to be the bulk of your watch list. For me, it's more about the people, because obviously I'm here to sort of focus on the community more than I am on the market itself. But for you, it will probably be about the instruments available to you. Now, the idea behind the watch list versus the old follow mechanism that we had is to, first of all, make these more accessible to you. You will notice that in your newsfeed, you do have a watch list widget here. And again, you can filter to whichever of your watch lists is best for you, whichever one you want to keep an eye on. But also it helps you to kind of keep on top of whatever activity it is you want to follow. So if you are following, or rather if you are adding certain people to your watch list, it means that you are seeing all of their activity in your feed. Similarly, if you are following something like Google, McDonald's, you will see any discussions about these instruments also in your newsfeed. So it just makes everything more available to you. So I'll start with the markets. Here, this is probably the most useful tool you have in terms of actually finding whatever it is you're looking for to invest in. We currently have about 900 different instruments available, ranging from currency pairs to a handful of commodities, indices, stocks, and the newly added ETFs category. What is worth kind of remembering here is that all of these instruments are CFDs, which means which is a contract for difference. So if you are trading stocks, for example, you're not actually buying shares in a stock, much like if you are trading gold or oil, you never actually hold that commodity. So this page will be instrumental for you. There are hundreds more instruments coming. Just this weekend, we actually added 200 new stocks. And in the next few days, we'll see a few more commodities in there, as well as ETFs in the weeks to come. So it's definitely a page to stay on top of. It's pretty straightforward in terms of what you're looking for. You can find your stocks kind of separated by the stock exchange that they're traded on, as well as the industry they're in. So a big one here, I would say, is technology. So here you're going to find your Google, Facebook, basically the big companies that everyone's kind of talking about these days. And what I'm just going to do really quickly is actually add some to a new watch list. So I will take Facebook, for example, and add to new watch lists. So we have Facebook in there. Let's maybe get some movers from today. So TripAdvisor's actually had a pretty good day. Let's get that in there. I already have that on one, so let's get that there. What else? Zynga's not having such a great day. Let's get that one in there as well. not everything's going to go up. Some things have to go down as well. So got Singer and one more Apple for good measure. And webinar. Now, going to your watch list, going down to your webinar, you can already see that you have a ton of information just in front of you here. So if I kind of change my view, you can already see you have your chart right in front of you. So that's loading there. Go back just a second. So you've got your chart, you've got your sentiment, so what the community is really doing. So whoever's investing in Google or Zynga or Facebook or whatever it is that you're watching, you can see what the sentiment is here. You've got your change in the past day. You can change that to week or month. You can also see your current investment, how it's doing in the instruments that you're already investing in. And then, of course, you have buy and sell right in front of you, as well as the option to immediately just start adding more markets directly to your watch list. So that's kind of markets in a nutshell. What you also want to be doing here with your watch list is adding people, which you can obviously do from this tab. Now, with the people, you can separate this, or you can add them to whichever watch lists work best for you. So for one person, it may be that you need a watch list for people investing in stocks, or you want a watch list for people who are very low risk, or maybe you just want a watch list about people that you're interested in or want to hear from, and you want their posts and their content showing up in your newsfeed. So from here, you have a lot more information available to you. You can filter through various time frames. We'll just take 2 months for now. Verified. We'll touch briefly on the risk score just because it's important. What I can actually do is schedule another webinar where we'll go into a bit more detail about what the risk score actually means and how you can move it yourself. So for anyone who isn't aware, the risk score is a look not just at the leverage someone uses, but also at their exposure and you know, how long they hold positions and how much of their equity is tied up, and just a number of different things. And it's important because you want the people that have a reasonable risk score. So we'll just look at medium for now. Kind of close that. And here already you've got a number of people. I can go by copyists to find maybe popular investors if you don't want to define that as a field there. So if I add just a few people to another watch list, so I'll add just a few more. You can already see an overview of what's actually going on with these people, their return in the last 2 months that we specified, their drawdown, their copyist change, and more importantly, their risk score. So just grab a couple more. And this one. So again, we head back to our watch lists. We go down to the one we've just created. And again, from here, not only have you now decided you're going to get these people's posts and discussions into your newsfeed so you can, of course, engage with them and talk to them, but also you want them in front of you, not just on this watch list page, but also on your newsfeed and wherever else these widgets may appear, where you can decide, already see in the past month what their return has been, what their risk score currently is. You are able again to add as many people as you want from here. And most importantly, which we'll see in a second, is that you can just copy them directly from this page. So you get the same pop-up window, and really what the watch list is the social trading equivalent of your web trader. It is a place for you to have all the information that you need right in front of you. As you saw, you have your charts, you have your stats, you have your existing exposure to an instrument or to a person, and really it's just there for you to kind of be able to do everything within the community, within every view that you're in. We just want to make this more accessible to you, and of course for you to kind of stay on top of how people are performing and how your markets are performing. So we are slightly a bit ahead of schedule here. So if anyone does have any questions, feel free to kind of throw them at me now. If you see the chat box, there's both a chat option and there is a questions section. So if there's anything that you want to know, just kind of add that to me now, send that to me now, and kind of move on. Like I mentioned, we will have another webinar soon going into a bit more detail about the risk score. If there's anything that you want to know, anything specific that you want covered, be it by me or by someone else in the team, please do let me know. Come to my wall, leave me a message. You can email me as well after this. One question I did just get is about the recording. That will be sent to you tomorrow by email as well. Okay, so I did get another question now asking me what do I do if I want to invest in dollars? Fabian, I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but you can, of course, add any currency pairs that you are interested in. So if we go back to markets, see here we have currencies. Let's say we want Euro CAD maybe. Okay, maybe we won't. No. All right, we'll add it to an existing. Oh, I've actually probably hit my my limit on my watch list by now. So just add that to my watch list. Add that to my watch list. That's already on my watch list. So if I go directly to my watch list now, you will see you can trade directly from here. You can change your view if this suits you a little bit better. I'm not so interested in the currency, so you'll notice that I just have stocks here. Sell, buy, same kind of window you see anywhere else in the platform. You have the ability to just buy, sell directly from here. Your leverage, you can set your orders. Here's the buy tab. Basically, whatever you can do on a market wall or what you could previously do in the web trader, you can now do across all these various widgets. What else? What other questions do we have? Just bear with me. So, of course, you can add, like I've just shown, you can add more than just people. You can, of course, add any instruments that we have available. Maybe you want one just with ETFs that you want to watch. Maybe you want a watch list just with stocks, maybe just tech stocks, whatever is best for you, whatever suits your style, whatever it is that you want to fill your portfolio with. So some other questions. The real meaning of market sentiment. So that's a question I just got. Is it what most traders already have done or what they're currently doing? That's a very good question. The sentiment now, particularly on stocks, the sentiment is going to be very high on buy because for a very long time we actually only offered that option on these stock CFDs. But if you look at something like the Euro Canadian dollar, you'll see 70% are selling. This is what is happening right now with the open positions. So this pair, for example, there are currently 520 people investing, 70% of which are short on this particular pair. So I hope that answers your question. And some other questions. Just one second. Look, any other questions that are kind of unrelated to this, feel free to share with me on my wall. There are some about the apps and some about different kinds of instruments. Please do come share those with me. I'm happy to answer that. But if you don't have any more questions about the watch list themselves or how to add markets, how to kind of adapt those and change those, then I just hope it means that you got all the information that you came here looking for. And as I already mentioned, I will get that webinar up for next week about the risk score. If there is anything else that you want to add to that, please do let me know. But otherwise, I think this is the end of the webinar. So thank you all for joining. And again, feel free to kind of share your feedback and your ideas with me. Have a good evening, everyone.